The most online billionaire Elon Musk again grabbed headlines, this time by announcing that he is now voting Republican. And here's why. According to him, he tweeted on May 18th, "In the past, I voted Democrat because they were mostly the kindness party. But they have become the party of division and hate, so I can no longer support them, and I will vote Republican. Now, watch their dirty tricks campaign against me unfold. ... Popcorn emoji." The party of kindness is now the Republican Party. Atsuko, does this check out?
Oh yeah, it does. 100%. No, but the popcorn emoji is like, you only use it when you're like smirking, you know? I'm like, wipe that. What's that line Parker Posey says in Dazed and Confused, where she's like, wipe your smile off your face, bitch, or whatever?
I don't know.
I don't. Okay, well, that's how I met her, was her saying that, you know, while she was like initiating a bunch of younger girls who were like going into the 9th grade or something.
Oh yeah, I prefer her like Bumblebee, like freak out in Best in Show. Like, it's a bee. That is my Parker Posey fave. But anyway,
yeah, kind of like that. It's like, wipe that smile off your face, bitch. Like that whole tweet. I'm just annoyed of it from the beginning, because it's like, yeah, you're doing the whole like, I'll be eating my popcorn, I'll be watching you get wild, you know.
Yeah, he knows. For me, it's like he knows something's about to happen. He wants you to know that something's about to happen. He's watching. He'll be watching.
Yeah,
with popcorn in hand.
We know that he's like covering up for something and all that. It's so, for me, I'm more petty. I'm like, fuck your attitude. Wipe that smile off. It annoys me. Like, before you even say words, you joining the Republican Party, that doesn't even annoy me as much as like
popcorn
thing.
Yeah, stop being too cool. Stop trying to be
cool.
That's
what it is. You care so much. Yes, exactly. It's that whole like apathetic, like, I don't care. Yeah, go ahead, cancel me. That kind of thing. When it's like, you care so much. You're so scared of being canceled. You're like so scared.
It's true.
Like, that's why you got so rich in the first place, because you like wanted people to like you so bad. It's that it goes back to that whole thing of
even
trying to brand yourself as too cool.
Exactly. And even then, like, my only wish is that if I ever come into a lot of money, and meaning like work hard and get money, because that's the way you do it again.
Yeah.
Then, like, I would at least not be so online. I'd be like, oh, remember money? Yeah. Remember that you have money? Oh, hell yeah. Rather than like constantly seeking random people's approval. But of course, he is saying, watch their dirty tricks, watch how they might cancel me. May 19th. The day after he posts that, Business Insider comes out with this scoop. A SpaceX flight attendant said Elon Musk exposed himself and propositioned her for sex. Documents show the company paid $250,000 for her silence. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is amazing. Way to get out ahead of it, but like not tipping your hand. I love that. And also being like, well, I'm a Republican now, so you can't. Nobody cares when Republicans touch people, right? and they're like, yeah, no, we don't actually. We fucking love you, Elon.
Yeah, I know. It's just like everyone's eating popcorn now. Everyone's eating. We were eating popcorn while he was eating popcorn, being like, okay, wait till something comes out tomorrow. It comes out. Now we're eating popcorn. Well, who's eating popcorn now, Elon? You know, you're scared of being canceled. Stop lying.
So let's go into the details of the story. So this is according to a declaration. The flight attendant confided to a friend that after taking a flight attendant job, she was encouraged to get a license as a masseuse so she could give Musk massages. It was during one such massage in a private cabin on Musk's Gulfstream that she told the friend that Musk propositioned her. What was that proposition? The flight attendant told her friend that billionaire SpaceX and Tesla founder asked her to come to his room during a flight in late 2016 for a full-body massage. When she arrived, the attendant found that Musk was completely naked except for a sheet covering the lower half of his body. During the massage, the declaration says Musk exposed his genitals and then touched her and offered to buy her a horse if she would, quote, do more, referring to the performance of sex acts. Now,
Is that where you start with like things people might want in general? Is like a horse?
like, yeah, I love how we start with horse. What's next? Like a castle. Oh, do you want a horse? I'll get you a castle.
Yeah,
I'll, I'll, I'll get you a ship. Like, I don't. It's so weirdly medieval and specific.
it is because I'm like, well, I mean, I need the horse lesson to come along with. You can't just drop off a horse. There's no skills that come with it from my end. You know what I mean? There's no thing that I sit on the horse. There's
No
no.
saddle.
I need months of food supply for the horse too. Like
Right.
you just
Where's it gonna sleep? You have a stable? Or are you gonna,
100%. You're assuming that this animal, of course, they're magnificent animals, but isn't gonna be this thing that's more of a hassle for me. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I like that her tactic could have been just to bore him to death with the details of this exploitation and like clear sexual misconduct versus just saying no, which is actually what she did.
Sure.
Um,
Yes.
there is a reason apparently that there was a horse involved because she attends who rides horses. He
Oh,
knew she
okay.
rides horses. So
Got
I
it.
know you like horses, so horses is the way. But sorry, not even a fucking horse will get me to touch Elon's dick. She declined and continued with the massage without engaging in any sexual conduct. The attendant is, quote, not for sale, the friend's declaration said. She's not going to perform sexual favors for money or gifts. The incident occurred during a flight to London. Now, this happened in 2016. And from there, this declaration, according to her friend, this flight attendant said that, like, after she refused to give him, like, touch his penis or whatever, do anything sexual, that there was retaliation, that she was not given job opportunities, she was
Mm.
passed over, that she was sort of like sidelined, and that eventually or sort of imminently would be fired. And that's when she decided to lawyer up
Hmm.
and try and, figure this shit out. So she filed a complaint and it was resolved quickly after a session with a mediator with Musk personally, where he personally attended. The matter never reached a court of law or an arbitration proceeding, however. In November of 2018, Musk, SpaceX, and the flight attendant entered into a severance agreement granting the attendant $250,000 in payment in exchange for a promise not to sue over the claims. I guess there obviously wasn't an NDA. This is again based on
Hmm.
her account to her friend, which sort of immediately like bakes in like a backup to what so often is a he said, she said type of event. But like, Atsuko, knowing what you know about Elon and however little or however much you never even wanted to know about Elon, does this make sense in the grand scheme of Elon Musk?
Well, I'm still thinking about the horse. Sorry to be so hooked on this horse, but so if you're gonna pay $250,000, right? Like you got to add the horse too. I mean, at a certain point, rich people don't make sense to me with their money. Rich people don't make sense to me with a lot of things. Rich people who are ego driven and stuff.
Mhm.
But you know how like they will spend a ton of money on some dumb shit or to cover up, right?
Mhm.
They'll spend a ton of money, but then that's when they'll be like, but not a horse.
Right.
Like a horse would be, I don't know what, another 2 grand. I have no
I
idea how much
just
a horse
googled how
costs.
much is a horse. $10,000. They can be as cheap as 500. But I'm sure with the cost of maintenance, that's only a few years of like grooming
Sure,
and housing and all that,
sure.
potty training and college, horse college.
Oh, he never said he was gonna make sure the horse lives a healthy life, though. He wasn't gonna sit, he wasn't, right? Though it was just gonna drop off a horse at your freaking in front of your house, right? Good luck. Hopefully you have a place to
And
put it.
honestly, given how much he does not deliver on his fucking promises,
Yeah.
there was never going to be a horse if she would have done any of that shit anyway.
No,
Uh,
that's true, which says a lot. I'm just saying, yeah, exactly. Going back to like the whole $250,000 to put this to rest for my sake, and it's like, oh, I knew it. Here I come, eating my popcorn again. I'm gonna watch you be a fucking liar because you never met the horse in the first place. Yeah, it's
For me, I'm like, of course, this is the richest man on earth, and rich, powerful dudes generally are sexual predators. I mean, I think there is a big time correlation between being wealthy and powerful and being a sexual predator, because you feel like you can get away with whatever. And not only is this is just, it's a sexual misconduct, but it is an employee. This is someone who worked at SpaceX, and he's done this, not in a sexual misconduct way, but he's done this to so-called whistleblowers who've like worked for Tesla, who like love Tesla and they like want to work there, but they do, they film themselves doing driving tests and like, uh-oh, the automatic driving system just threw me into a bush or whatever the fuck it is. And then he fires them. So he's so notorious for retaliation against unionizing efforts in his company, against whistleblowers, that of course this squares and makes sense. And honestly, if it's this shit that makes the Twitter board decide that he's not fit to own Twitter and to buy it, like fucking great. Like I think that's fine. That is fucking fine. For a million other reasons he shouldn't own Twitter. But add this to it.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it'll be big enough? I don't know.
I think that and also
did the money go through? Does he officially own?
He's pulling a little Anna Delvey, like, I've wired it to you. My father hasn't, so there's a lot of
okay, so it's still kind of like iffy.
It is, yes. The deal is hanging in the balance. It may in fact be illegal.
So currently we're kind of orphans, still staying with Jack, kind of thing.
We are, yeah.
Or not orphans, but before the handoff after a divorce.
Right. We're waiting at the bus stop right now.
Okay, got you. Yeah, and it's helpful because the bus is always late.
Exactly.
At least in LA where I live.
It's true. I want to just go to his response. Let's give him a second, give him a word. Not only did he preemptively defend himself by calling himself a Republican and saying Democrats were going to do dirty tricks, because Business Insider, big Democrat energy up in there. But he apparently said, he was asked for comment, and he emailed to ask for more time to respond, and said there's a lot more to the story. And then he wrote, if I were inclined to engage in sexual harassment, this is unlikely to be the first time in my entire 30-year career that it comes to light, he wrote, calling the story a politically motivated hit piece. Now, I don't know about you, but defending myself from very severe allegations of misconduct with, so if this is true, then I probably did it before, so how come you don't know about the other times? Is the worst defense imaginable. It's like, oh, so you've just paid off other people? Is that what you're trying to say? Because that's very believable.
Yeah, it is the wildest thing. I don't like it. He's like, oh, don't you think I would have done it when I was younger and hotter? Or I don't know what he's trying to say. Don't you think I would have done it when, my skin wasn't falling off at night or whatever with age?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yet we all know that when he was younger, he was going bald, and then he got the old transplant or whatever he did. So
you're right. It doesn't even make sense.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do it.